Hey YouTube, we're not opening any boxes today, any packs or anything like that. We are going to talk about slabbing or grading, whatever you call it. And then I have my own little Beckett grading reveal at the end. So real quick, I got back into the hobby about a little over a year ago now. And when I was a kid, grading wasn't a thing. And then when I started to get out of the hobby, grading had just started to happen. And so I didn't know too much about it. And over the past year, I've kind of learned about it. And there's a bunch of different companies that grade. There is PSA, which is what this one is. It has the kind of the paper top. There is Beckett, or what people call BGS. I also have here GMA. What does GMA stand for? Grading something of America, maybe. And then BCCG, which is a spinoff kind of, I don't know if spinoff is the word, of Beckett. Kind of a lower tiered Beckett. And I actually think most of these have like some sort of relevance in the collecting community. First, the two are lower ones. This one is the one I wouldn't ever do, just because the price and everything. I think it's like $10. I've never really seen even below a 9. Most of them just come back 10 mint or better. I mean, I guess if you want to just have somebody quickly look at it, the slab is pretty thin. Yeah, this is one. I guess there's the information if you want to look up on it more. But yeah. Then there's GMA. This is a small, like, independent company. They do slab it. The slab is similar to PSA. It's all right. The nice thing about this is it's $3 per card. So, and this does have a 10, but I've also gotten back 8 5s. 9s. Some people think if you just send it to GMA, you get a 10 no matter what. That's not the case. I would probably skip this unless if you just want your card slabbed in like a nice plastic holder. I mean, I guess this is the route to go, although I would probably skip this. The other relevance that this GMA has, and I would even say more so over the BCCG, is if you're buying cards off of eBay or anywhere where you can't see the card real well. If you buy it and it's been graded by GMA, I wouldn't pay over the amount where some people pay more if it's like a PSA 10, BGS 9.5. But if it has a GMA 10, you know that there's been another person that looks at it that said, yeah, the corners are sharp. There's no real scuffs on the front. It's not a foolproof program, but it's just another set of eyes that can see that has actually seen the card in person before you buy it off the internet. So I guess the main thing with this is if you were to have this card and then a raw card and they were going for the same price, I would choose the GMA. So that is where it does come in handy, I guess, because it is cheap if you want to just get them graded to kind of, I would say, kind of help sell them. And then you have your two big companies. You have PSA and then BGS. The main thing with grading is it's pretty much a third person's opinion on how your card looks. I'm sure there's a rubric that they follow, but some of the gradings and grades I've got, like I look at the card and I just don't get it. And I sit there and look at it. PSA typically does sell a little bit better. PSA 10s sell a little bit better than BGS 9.5s. There is a BGS 10, but it's much more rare. So I guess if you're looking to sell, PSA is the way to go if you want to get them graded. And then BGS. The other thing that's different with BGS is it gives you these subcategories to see how well your card actually did. So this is only a mint 9 because of the surface. And again, this is what I'm talking about. I've looked this card, because I submitted this card up and down, both sides, and I cannot find, surface usually means a scuff, a ding, a dent, and it got an 8.5, which means there must be a pretty good scuff on there. I can't see it. And they don't tell you when you get them back, like scuff in the upper right corner, dent in the lower bottom. But everything else got pretty good grades on this Ben Simmons. So overall, I don't grade a ton of cards. If they're bigger cards that do sell better, most cards sell better if they are a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5. A 9 is kind of, I will buy a 9 off the internet because typically a 9 is pretty eye appealing. And that's what you're pretty much going for with cards. Some people do not like graded cards at all, and I get that as well. I'm kind of 50-50, depends on the card. So yeah, let's go through my reveal here. This is from like 3 different submissions. I submitted with a breaking Leighton sports card that I break with. I send them the cards. They send in a huge group form together, and then takes a little bit off the price. So this is a 9. The other thing with Beckett that I guess I forgot to mention is they also grade the autograph. So it's a 10 on the autograph. This edges, again, maybe on the back, 8.5, I don't know, but a 9 mint. This card I bought, I got it at a card show, looked it over, and it does, I see 2 little like dimples down there, but I think that's actually supposed to be on the card. So again, I can't find the surface scuffs or anything. I thought he was going to have a much better season than he did, but this, not only did the card go down in price, but then I wasted money slabbing it. This one is from my original collection as a kid. This is an Iverson rookie. I think it's a pretty rare card. I'm not surprised by this grading. Actually, I think this is a pretty good grade, given that the back edges are just, you can see some of the white. But a 9 is real nice, and you don't see this card a ton. It's not like one of his sought-after rookies, but neat card. Another one from my original collection that I sent in for grading is this Kobe rookie. I, again, looked this over. It says edges and surface. There's so many little bumps and stuff because it's like kind of a embossed card, I guess you would say. And don't know how they took the surface down. I've looked front and back. But as far as Kobe rookies go, I know there's not a ton out there that are super expensive because it was kind of in the mass production days. But this one was an insert. Wasn't a super rare insert, but it's a nice foil card. It's a nice looking card if you're looking for a Kobe rookie. I got a Harden rookie. Again, I thought this was going to, I thought all these would be 9.5s. I do look them over. I wipe them down. I clean them up. This one edges. I'm guessing the back. It is harder with the black border, but yeah, I guess down there maybe. So there's a little bit of white showing. And this is a Steph Curry rookie. Same thing. Edges and corners got me. But this card, it's crazy, just a base rookie. And if this was a 9.5, couple hundred, and even at a 9, it's a little over $100, at least right now. Ben Simmons. So this is, I think, the first 9.5 I'm showing. Tried to collect quite a few Ben Simmons cards and got this one. I looked it over after buying it and submitted it and got a 9.5. So I was pretty happy with that. If you watched any of my other videos, I pulled this out of one of my box breaks and submitted it, 9.5. Surface got a 9. Again, I don't know how, I don't know where, but yeah. I feel like Beckett's also recently gotten a little bit more stingy with theirs. Also, if you watched any of my other videos, you know I'm big on Pascal. I think he's going to be most improved player and possibly an all-star in the coming season. So I haven't picked up any of his stuff recently, just because it's gone up quite a bit. This one, I think it says centering. I don't quite see it. I'm thinking it might be tilted just a little bit, but man, I don't know. This was a Prism, 22 of 25. It's too bad that didn't come back with a nicer grade. Another Pascal. This is the Silver Rookie. Surface. Again, I've looked this thing up and down. I cleaned it before I sent it off. I've looked on the front and the back, and I can't find anything. But 8.5 is pretty low, that there must be a scuff of some type on there. This is Mosaic, which is, I kind of like this set. I don't know if everyone does, but it kind of reminds me of the Prism. The autos aren't highly sought after, but it's the colors and the limited supply that made these a little bit more wanted. This is the camo to 25, so 25 of 25 Pascal. Two more. I guess I could fill up the back here. Maybe we'll just do a whole Pascal thing going here. All right. This is the Gold Select Rookie Auto. So this is to 10. I wasn't surprised with the grading. However, I didn't think it was going to be edges. I thought it was going to be surface, because these on-card autographs can sometimes be hard because, I mean, the players sign so much stuff that they're probably just signing it and tossing it off to the side. This is 1 of 10. Again, they grade the autograph. I have seen a 9. I don't know if I've ever seen an 8. Maybe if they come, like, if it's a sticker, if they go off the sticker, the card can go down. It kind of is more how the ink flows. So they're not actually grading the quality of his, or how he writes his name, but more the quality of how, I don't know what I'm trying to say, of how it ended up. And the last card is that Mosaic again. Finally, after all my submissions, I got a 9.5 on a pretty big card, almost a true gem, which would be all subcategories of 9.5, which kind of makes a difference. People look for that. These two I was going to get slabbed either way, just so they are in better protection. 4 of 10. This is the Mosaic, which leads me, I guess, to my last few points. I personally like Beckett. I don't slab a ton of stuff or grade a ton of stuff. Some people call it slabbing. Some people call it grading. I like their cases better. They're more sturdy. They put them inside a sealed, I think I've heard it's like a Mylar sleeving, encase it. So it is, I feel like it's very secure in there. The PSAs kind of rattle around, and not that I'm throwing, let's see if that'll stay. No, it won't. Not that I'm throwing the cards or anything like that, playing catch with them. But it just kind of helps me feel better that they are in like a plastic sleeve. So this one's not really rattling around, but sometimes if you shake them, you can kind of hear them hitting on the edges. So that's kind of the my thoughts on grading. The quick reveal of recent cards I've had graded. Like I said, if it's a big card, I like to grade it. I do buy graded cards off eBay, but if it's like a 10 like this, it can make it go for more. Yeah, that's all I can come up with right now. If I think of anything later, maybe we'll make a second video. If you have anything to add about slabbing, grading, whatever you call it, make sure you leave a comment, like the video, as it does help. I guess dislike the video if you didn't like it, and subscribe. Check out my older videos, and until next time, keep collecting.